Okay, so I see there's a couple people. Drop in the comments if you can hear me. This is my first time doing this. I like all oily. Drop in the comments if you can hear me. And I'm gonna get started in 3 minutes. But drop in the comments just to make sure y'all can hear me. Drop in the comments if you can hear me, please. I'm gonna get started in 2 minutes at 6:05. Hey, Kim. I'm gonna get started in 2 minutes. If you have any questions, make sure to write them down before we get straight into the charts. You guys know it's Sunday. So Sunday is all about what's going to happen within this upcoming week. So we're gonna get straight into it in 1 minute. Mhm. All right, you guys. Oh my God, this is exciting. I've been wanting to go live on YouTube for a minute now, so I'm excited to start it now, start this little journey. Of course, if you guys have anything to say, drop it in the comments because I can see it. Before I pull up my charts, I want to know like, do any of you guys have any questions or things you want to go over or specific charts you want to look at first before I jump right into it? drop it in the comments. I haven't marked up my charts yet, so this is gonna be like real in time with y'all at the same time. So I'm gonna be marking up the charts in detail with you guys because, like I said, I haven't looked at the charts all weekend. So I'm about to see which ones I'm feeling the most. I'm gonna break down the explanations on like the thought process, literally from A through Z with you guys. Put a thumbs up. Thumbs up if that sounds good. I'm about to pull my charts up. Put a thumbs up if that sounds good in the chat. I need the energy, y'all. Energy, because anytime we make money, money brings happiness. Period. Mm, Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Now, can you guys see my chart? Put a yes. Let's look at it. See if I can mark up on at the same time. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, perfect. I had to pull up another tab on the side because I can't see you guys when I'm on my chart. Okay, there we go. And if you have any questions, like while we're going through this, drop it. See you guys. Now, okay, perfect. So we've been focusing on gold, GU, and the euro. So, what's crazy is before we dive into this, so my best friend's dad, he is just all about his money right now. So, well, he's always been all about his money. But I was on the phone with him today, and because I'm like doing some type of business with him, and he's actually about to help me uh, purchase a home. But he's in Africa right now, and he was telling me how the reason why he's in Africa at the moment is because he's trying to figure out how to get all of his assets out of America and into Africa. And he said he's doing that because the dollar is pretty much crashing right now. It's not like blatantly that we can see it, but it is going downhill. And theoretically speaking, like this, I had already reminded me. I had watched a video a couple years ago from this one guy. He's known about the economy cycle. I don't know if you guys know or not. Some of you may not know. But when it comes to the economy, we're always going up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's like when you're up, you got to take advantage of those momentum. When you're down, just know that the up is about to come. And right now, we're pretty much in the down, but it is going to go back up. But eventually, just in general, the dollar is no longer going to be the dominant currency. Okay. And so right now he's in the process of trying to figure out how to get all his stuff from America into Africa just to make sure everything's safe. He's able to continue to, leverage the things he has and so forth. And it just goes to show just being ahead of where we're going, right? And it's like that's a great thing when it comes to currencies and trading is that we can make money no matter what's happening in the economy and from anywhere. That's like the golden thing about the skill. You can be in Africa trading, you can be in Europe trading, you can be anywhere and still make money trading, taking advantage of the market. That's why I love this so much. But back to what I was saying. So basically, it's like every 80 years, there's always a new dominant currency. Right now, the dollar, I think we're like in the 75th to 78th year. So um, right now, they're actually in the process of trying to convert into another dominant currency. Not sure what it's going to be. But Russia and China, they've already like started slowly moving away from the dollar. And they're trying to transition into some other things. So That's just something to be aware of, you guys, like long term. I always jokingly say this, but I really do mean it. Like if we gotta up and move like to Africa, like, or just anywhere out of the US, like, don't be surprised, because America, as soon the time is going to come where it's no longer the dominant currency and everybody is going to take their money elsewhere, which is going to make the dollar less valuable. Right now, the dollar is valuable. Soon, it won't be. So that's just important just to keep in the back of your mind, which is any future investments that you do plan on getting, and just stay connected to those who are doing something. That's why, like, I stay connected with him. I am, like, getting around people who are exposed to other things that we're not exposed to into the everyday life, because we have to be ahead of what's to come and not feel behind. Okay, so that's just some input. But like I said, knowing how to trade is just an advantage, because you're always going to make money no matter what's happening. But when it comes to just where your money is right now, where it's going, that's just something to be aware of. Hint, hint. And of course, anything that I learned, you guys, like, I'm going to share it with y'all. So anything that I'm going through, I'm going to share with you guys, because I want us all to win. At the end of the day, there's so much money out here to make. Ain't no need to gatekeep. So anyways, back to the charts. I was just pretty excited to share that with y'all. So I am going to start on the bigger picture of everything from the top. Like I said, I haven't marked up my charts yet, so I'm literally like marking it up with you guys right now. Usually I kind of look at it, but right now I haven't. So we've been looking at GU, EU, and gold. Let's look at the dollar first and foremost, because when it comes to the currencies, we already know the dollar and currencies do the opposite. So if the dollar's going down, then that means euro and GU is going up. So looking at where the dollar is right now on the daily, we can see this is our structure here, from this high to this low to this high. Boom. So we hit 50. Well, no, we technically hit 61, barely hit 61. So we possibly can be seeing the dollar come a little bit more down to 61.8. Okay, that's where we could possibly see it going, just because we did land at 61.8 on the Fibonacci, and we all know those higher levels, anything above 50 means that we're going to come all the way down here to TP2. But since this is a daily time frame, it is going to take a while. So it's not going to just happen like boom like that. It's going to take a long time. As you can see, even coming from here to here, this is about 126 days. So that took a minute. Hi. So now looking at, let's go to the smaller picture. Let's go to right here, looking at what just happened. So I'm about to draw these structures so we can see what's going on. So we see we was in this uptrend right here. Boom. We went from this uptrend into this downtrend right here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, looking at this one that just happened, you can see we hit 38.2 and then we hit TP1. We're on the 4-hour structure, okay? So now that we hit TP1 where we were supposed to hit, what I want to see now is I want to see if we're going to break through this trend line right here at the top, or if we're going to push back down here to this trend line right here. Because remember, anytime we get to a trend line, we never know what price is going to do. Price can come to this trend line right here and push down, or it can continue pushing up. If it breaks past this high right here, if it breaks past it, then we can expect for it to pull back, and this pullback will be an entry to get in for a buy to take it up. So right now, I want to see what this does at this trend line right here. And remember, when we draw trend lines, we just find 2 points and draw it into the future. So looking at this, you can see 1, 2 points drawn to the future. And then you can see on the third, fourth, fifth time, every time it came back to this trend line, it dropped. So it's telling us a story. Every time it came to this trend line and price retested, it dropped. So now, like I said, I want to see if it's going to do the same thing here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Because right now it's just sitting. It's just sitting on this trend line right now. We do have some wick exhaustion forming, showing that we possibly could be still pushing down, but I still want to wait. Still want to wait on that. And then we have divergence. So the structure finished. Boom, boom, boom. It hit 38.2, hit TP1. We see structure finish. We have this divergence. So you can see this is going down. So you can see there's a low right here, a lower low, and then a low right there. You see how each low keeps getting lower than the previous? But if you look right down here, you see all this red at the bottom. That's letting you know that there is a lot of momentum at the bottom. So that means that there's a lot of buyers entering at that area. That's why it's at the bottom. So let's go to the 1 hour. There's some divergence forming. Same thing. You see how there's a low right here, a low right here. But then looking at the divergence, you can see this is a higher low. So this low is higher than this low, creating like an uptrend. So this is creating an uptrend, this is creating a downtrend. Two things doing the opposite, showing us that a reversal is coming. That's a confirmation. But we're on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is literally, it's a strong confirmation that that is most likely going to happen. It's just about when. So that's why I said I want to see if this is going to do something like this. I just want to see what this does at this trend line for the dollar. Okay. That's just observing the dollar. So the dollar, the bigger picture wise, I do see the dollar going up, but it's just about when. Because then it also could still push down to TP2 before it starts reversing. Okay. So that's what I need to analyze with these other currencies. Oh, I need a charger. Okay, let me hurry up and get through this. So that's the dollar. Is everybody following me on the dollar? Put a thumbs up before I move on to GU, EU, and gold. I might have to go inside to charge my computer. Thumbs up. I'm about to switch over to GU now. So GU, this was something that we was looking at for a while, you guys. Like GU, we saw that we was in this downtrend right here. Then we went into an uptrend that literally took forever to play out. But like I said, it was because people were waiting for interest rates to be announced. So now where we're back at this main trend line. Remember, when it comes to trend lines, 2 points drawn to the future. So I have 1 point right here, 1, 2. And then I drew it into the future. Remember, you never know what price is going to do until it comes back to that trend line. So we finished out this structure. So we hit TP1. Now we're back at this trend line. Since it's a 4-hour trend line, I set my alert to let me know what it looks like on the 1 hour. So 6 o'clock just pretty much passed. And looking at it, we have a little wick exhaustion right here. What I want to see how this looks at 7 o'clock. So by 7 o'clock, I want to see if this pushes up just a little bit more, or I want to see if it's going to push back. Okay, if it pushes up a little bit more, that's going to show me that there is momentum to take advantage of for a buy. And I say that to say, so 1, it's hitting that trend line. So that'll be confirmation, just letting me know to get in for like by it retesting it on the 1 hour. And also look for this divergence. You see this, I already have it marked right here at the bottom. You see that red at the bottom? Again, since it's at the bottom, it's letting us know that buyers are in that area. So you can see this is slowly going up right there. You see this is going up, creating higher lows. Versus if you look at this chart, we're still down. So this is down and this is up. So it's two things doing the opposite. So that's two confirmations. We're hitting that trend line. We have divergence. Boom. Two things that I need to know to get in for a continuous buy. Like I said, extra confirmations will just be if wait for it to pass this high. Like if you just want to be like extra safe, then that's when you'll wait for it to come, break that high, pull back, because you always want to get in on the pullback. So you always want to get in when it's pulling back so you can take advantage of not, being in drawdown. So you'll enter there. And then take it up. But I will only take it up right now to this purple trend line. I take it up to that purple trend line because this is a trend line that was broken. You can see right here, we broke, retest, and then we fell. Those are entries for sales. Then I made another trend line right here. These 2 points right here, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, drew into the future. Now it broke. Anything that gets broken gets retested. Not only was it the trend line that got retested, but it was also this blue zone. So if you look at this blue zone right here, you can see all these major points kept stopping in that area. It stopped right there. It's like a stop sign, kept stopping, stopping, stopping. So not only did it break through that trend line, but it also broke through this whole zone. So that's why I say I will only take it to this trend line. This is the right now money. Like I said, if it gets more momentum, I will get in for a buy, take it up here to this purple trend line, because it can get to this purple trend line and then kind of sit in this area, retesting it, and then push back down. Well, to this trend line, because we don't know. It could come back to this trend line. If it retests it, then it'll push up. But that's like talking about like the bigger picture. That's a longer term. But for the right now money is taking it up to this trend line for sure. Take it up to that trend line and then observe from there. So that's what I see for GU. I still do see buys. Like I said, I want to see how it looks at 7 o'clock in 30 more minutes. If not, I always say be prepared for the opposite. So if that doesn't happen, then of course you're going to be looking for price to continue down, retest, boom, and then come down to this blue zone right here. So those are both sides, because you always want to be prepared for both sides of the market. Okay, so that's GU. Now, EU, I don't know if I want to focus on EU right now. I might just want to focus on GU, but EU is pretty much in the same scenario. You can see we're right here at this trend line, just like how we are with GU. Even when it comes to divergence, let's see, it's forming it a little bit, not too much. But if it does retest, yeah, I don't want to focus on EU right now because I don't even have this super like analyzed. Let me look at this one. I know I look like I got a lot of stuff in my charts, but let me hide this. Yeah, we're at this blue trend line right here for EU. One thing I don't like to do, not anymore, because I just learned, like, you shouldn't be trading all these pairs at the same time. So that's why I kind of I slowed down on like giving you guys every pair, because I don't want you guys doing the same thing. But just for options, this could possibly be retesting, and then I would say for now, taking it up to this high, seeing if it goes up to TP2. But I'm not going to worry about EU right now. We're going to just focus on GU. GU is where my energy's at. And then when it comes to gold, I'm trying to get through this before my computer dies. When it comes to gold, let's see. We're at this resistance level. So you remember how I was just talking about that red momentum at the bottom indicating buys, just like right here, you can see it at the bottom. Right here, if you're looking for sales, look at this green momentum at the top. It's green at the top, so this is green at the top right here. Now, I bet there's divergence if we go to the 15-minute. See how the green is more clear? That's letting us know some sellers are coming in the market. And look at all that wick exhaustion forming at the top. And it's also on this foundation level. So it retesting this foundation level and having divergence, we can for sure see it coming down to this green zone right here. And then what I'll be analyzing if we're going to continue this whole trend. I want to see if we're going to break through this green trend line. If we're going to do that, or because this already hit there. Yeah, I want to see if we're going to, if we get a major wick, like on the 1 hour right here on this foundation level, I will take it down to this green trend line, then wait for a pullback again. And then if it creates another high, like if it stops right there, get in right there and then take it down to this trend line. And I'll say enter here on this pullback if it's lower than this one, because now you'll be creating a downtrend like that. If that happens. Because it could also come back to this green trend line and then push up even higher. So that's why you have to take it step by step. So we can even set an alarm on this. I will say I'm gonna wait till 6:30 to set it because I want it to alert me at 7. I want to see how this looks at 7, and I'm gonna update you guys as well. Like when I'm looking to get in a trade, I'm gonna drop it in the chat too, so you guys are as aware as well. 1%. Okay, so this is what I want to see right here. That's what I want to see how it looks at 7 o'clock, and then we can take it down to this green zone and then see what it does from there. This is the right now money. Do you guys have questions on that so far? Drop it in the chat. I'm really trying to get through before my computer dies because I'm on 1%. I'm on 1%. I need a new charger. Drop it in the chat if you have any questions.